Mysterio's sister, Aaliyah, shares personal update amid rumors of joining WWE. Hello, guys. Welcome to my channel. I am Aalyah. Have a nice day. For the latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. WWE superstar Dominik Mysterio's sister and Rey Mysterio's daughter, Aalyah, recently took to social media to share a personal update. The Master of 619's daughter is heavily rumored to join the Stamford-based promotion. Aaliyah Mysterio is a well-known name among fans of World Wrestling Entertainment, as she was heavily involved in Rey Mysterio and Dominik Mysterio's feud with Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy, aka Buddy Matthews, on WWE TV in 2020. Rey's daughter was in a romantic angle with Murphy. The 24-year-old has been heavily rumored to join the Stamford-based promotion since being spotted alongside several WWE stars at the Dungeon in a training session photo uploaded on Instagram by Natalya. Amid rumors of her joining the company, Aalyah Mysterio recently took to Instagram to share a photo alongside her boyfriend, Joshua Thomas. In her post's caption, she sent a cryptic message that made everyone in the comments section believe she was announcing her engagement. However, her boyfriend made it clear in the comments section that she was his wedding date. "Stay my wedding date forever," he commented. WWE legend Rey Mysterio talked about Aalyah training inside the ring. During an interview on the Club 520 podcast, Rey Mysterio revealed that Aalyah always wanted to step inside the ring and experience what her dad and brother, Dominik Mysterio, do every week. The Master of 619 added that he took her to Orlando, and she experienced what it was like to be in the squared circle. Rey also mentioned that despite getting bruises from the ropes, Aalyah loved being in the ring. "My daughter always had the curiosity to step in the ring, so she goes, 'When are you taking me?' For about a year and a half. So I said, 'Okay, I'm going to Orlando. Let's go.' She went up with me, she jumped in the ring, and she loved it, man. She was hitting the ropes, rolling. I know you said the tumble. She was doing all that, like the generic stuff, basic stuff, beginner stuff. But yeah, the ring brings it on another level, man. It's crazy, especially the ropes. When you hit those ropes, she was all bruised from her back," he said. It'll be interesting to see if the Triple H-led creative team has planned anything for Aalyah Mysterio's future on WWE TV. Top 3 things that could happen during Intercontinental title match on WWE Raw tonight. The Intercontinental title will be contested on WWE Raw tonight. Intercontinental Champion is set to defend the title against Rusev on this week's episode of The Red Brand. This title match follows Rusev's dominant win over JD McDonough last week. Tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw is set to air live from the Lenovo Center in Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. Multiple big names, including Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, Jey Uso, and LA Knight, are being advertised for the show. Similar to the past 2 weeks' show, the show will also have an early start time of 7 p.m. ET/4 p.m. PT. Ahead of tonight's show, let us take a look at the top 3 things that might unfold during the IC title match between Mysterio and Rusev in Raleigh. Since kicking off his second WWE run in April following WrestleMania, Rusev has been featured in a feud with Sheamus, and the two have delivered grueling matches. The obvious next step will be to put a mid-card title on it. WWE might decide to use Dominik Mysterio full-time in Lucha Libre AAA. After all, he is the AAA Mega Champion, which means Rusev could pin him tonight to win the title. A new and dominant champion will also help develop new storylines. Judgment Day interferes. Out of all the possibilities, this one has one of the highest chances as Judgment Day members look after each other, even if there are tensions. JD McDonough and Finn Balor were not willing to help Mysterio last week, but Perez managed to convince McDonough. The same script might be in store for fans tonight, as Judgment Day members will likely help Mysterio during the match to make sure the IC title remains in the faction. 1. El Grande Americano rescues the champion. The singles match between Rusev and McDonough last week saw Mysterio initially hesitate, then refuse to assist McDonough while he was trapped in the Accolade. Finn Balor eventually stepped in to save McDonough, attacking Rusev and then scolding Dominic for not helping. The sequence has once again put the spotlight on the rift between the Judgment Day members. The addition of El Grande Americano is another angle in this storyline. Similar to his AAA mega title win, Mysterio might receive some outside assistance from El Grande Americano if Balor or McDonough refuses to help Mysterio. further creating a rift between Mysterio and Baylor. This week's WWE Raw will emanate from Raleigh. The upcoming September 29th episode of Monday Night Raw is set to air live from the Lenovo Center in Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. Multiple big names, including Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, Jey Uso, and LA Knight, are being advertised for the show. WWE has announced a Tornado Tag Team match, an Intercontinental title match, along with a singles match and a tag team match. The show will keep building toward next month's Crown Jewel PLE, with fans expecting more match announcements. Like the previous 2 weeks' shows of the Red brand, this one will also kick off at 7 p.m. ET, 4 p.m. PT. Let us now take a look at the top 4 spoilers for this week's show of WWE Raw. Recently, Bayley has been struggling with her hugger and role model personas, and Lyra Valkyria always seems to end up on the wrong side of her. After Bayley's win over Roxanne Perez, she fully embraced the dark side, pushing Lyra away as she tried to celebrate. Bayley is now set to battle Perez's Judgment Day teammate, Raquel Rodriguez, this week. After last week, Lyra will likely hesitate to engage with Bayley and could end up costing her the match, triggering Bayley, who might choose to get violent this time. The USOs, Jimmy Uso, are set to battle The Vision, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, in a Tornado Tag Team match. This will be a rematch of the meeting at WrestlePalooza 2025. Notably, last week's show, Jey Uso defeated LA Knight in the co-main event of the show, with little interference from Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. After the match, Breaker and Reed attacked Knight, but Jey once again refused to, leaving Knight at the helm of the Braun Bronze until Jimmy Uso arrived to make the save. Knight might decide to settle the score with Jey, as well as Breaker and Reed tonight during the Tornado Tag match. Jey and Jimmy being at odds over Knight is also an angle that might come into play this week. 2. Becky Lynch calls out AJ Lee during last week's show in a backstage segment. Seth Rollins was looking down at the watch Cody Rhodes had gifted him after WrestleMania 40, while Becky Lynch ranted and trash-talked everyone behind him. Becky then walked out, declaring she was going to make an example of someone. Lynch is likely set to face a rising star, dominating the match and humiliating her before calling out AJ Lee, as their ongoing storyline is too compelling to let go. The 2025 Crown Jewel next month could once again feature an IC title defense from Lynch, potentially against AJ Lee. This time, Intercontinental Champion Dominik Mysterio is set to defend the title against Rusev this week. This match follows Rusev's dominant win over JD McDonough. The match saw Mysterio initially hesitate, then refuse to assist McDonough while he was trapped in the Accolade. Finn Balor eventually stepped in to save McDonough, attacking Rusev and then scolding Dominic for not helping. WWE has once again put the spotlight on the rift between the Judgment Day members. The addition of El Grande Americano is another angle in this storyline. Similar to his AAA mega title win, Mysterio might receive some outside assistance from El Grande Americano, further creating a rift between Mysterio and Balor. WWE Raw this week will have a special start time. The September 29th episode of Monday Night Raw is set to air live from the Lenovo Center in Raleigh, North Carolina, USA. Similar to the past 2 weeks' show, the show will also have an early start time of 7 p.m. ET/4 p.m. PT. The show will continue the build towards next month's Crown Jewel PLE, with more match announcements anticipated by fans. Multiple big names, including Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, Jey Uso, and LA Knight, are being advertised for the show. WWE has announced a Tornado Tag Team match, an Intercontinental title match, along with a singles match and a tag team match. Ahead of this week's show in Raleigh, North Carolina, let us take a look at the top 5 storylines that will be in play on this week's WWE Raw. In recent weeks, Bayley has been battling with her hugger and role model personas, and Lyra Valkyria always somehow ends on the wrong side of her. Following her victory over Roxanne Perez, which saw Bayley turn to the dark side and shove Lyra off as she tried to celebrate the win. Fans are hooked to the storyline and are waiting for new surprises along the way. They will have to wait to see what's in store this week. The USOs, Jimmy Uso, are set to battle The Vision, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, in a Tornado Tag Team match. This will be a rematch from their meeting at WrestlePalooza 2025, where The Vision picked up the win. During last week's show, Jey USO defeated LA Knight in the co-main event of the show with little interference from Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. Jimmy USO aided Knight from further attack from the Vision after the match. It will be interesting to see what role LA Knight plays this week during the match. After his win against JD McDonough, Rusev is now set to battle Dominik Mysterio for the Intercontinental title this week. Rusev is determined to capture his Intercontinental title, while Mysterio is looking to continue his double champion run. Another angle in this storyline saw Mysterio initially hesitate, then refuse to assist McDonough while he was trapped in the Accolade. Finn Balor eventually stepped in to save McDonough, attacking Rusev and then scolding Dominic for not helping. World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins is set to battle Undisputed Champion Cody Rhodes in a champion versus champion match for the Men's Crown Jewel title at the namesake PLE next month. However, ahead of the title clash, Rollins has a lot on his mind, from the 0-3 record against Cody to the recent humiliation at the hands of AJ Lee and CM Punk. Rollins will choose his next step wisely in order to preserve his throne. 1. Asuka's heel turn in the final moments of last week's Raw, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka Kairi Sani, after weeks of tease, finally turned heel, with Io Sky suffering the wrath of Asuka as she tried to save Rhea Ripley from further punishment. WWE might be planning a tag team match with Ripley and Io on one side and the Kabuki Warriors on the other. Such a match at Crown Jewel in Ripley's backyard will be a treat for fans. Dominik Mysterio to pay tribute to Dad to retain his title against Rusev on Raw. Possibility explored. Dominik Mysterio has a complex on-screen relationship with his real family in WWE. There have been several instances in the past when he repudiated his ties with Rey Mysterio, having disdain for his father. Instead, Dirty Dom has been considering the late Eddie Guerrero as his dad in storyline. He also incorporated Guerrero's mannerisms into his current persona. This week on Raw, Dominic could pay tribute to his self-proclaimed dad in a way that could transport fans back in time. The Judgment Day member is set to defend his Intercontinental Championship against Rusev in a huge match tonight. This will be a tough challenge for him, as defeating the Bulgarian Brute is a task very few can accomplish. However, Dominik Mysterio could pull off a nasty trick from Eddie Guerrero's book. During the match, he could get Rusev disqualified by deceiving the referee, similar to how the late WWE legend used to do back in the day. While the referee would be distracted, Mysterio could bang a steel chair on the mat and swiftly pass it to his opponent and lie down as if he had been attacked by Rusev. The referee, having the wrong idea, could be compelled to end the match in a disqualification. This could help Dirty Dom retain the Intercontinental Championship, paying tribute to Eddie Guerrero in the process. There is a good possibility of it happening, as Dominik Mysterio might be well aware that he wouldn't be able to defeat Rusev fair and square. Besides, his relationship with Finn Balor and company has been tainted lately, which potentially closes the door to him getting help from his Judgment Day stablemates. Hence, Mysterio might have to resort to such tactics to retain his gold on Raw. However, this is entirely speculation at this point. Dominik Mysterio to battle John Cena in a high-profile match next month? Dominik Mysterio is one of the top emerging stars in WWE in recent years. Over the past, he shared the ring with several prominent legends and Hall of Famers. It looks like another major moment could be incoming for the 27-year-old. He could battle John Cena in a huge match next month on Raw. The Cenation leader has only 5 appearances left in his farewell tour, with 2 reserved for Monday Night Raw. He is set to appear on the November 10th and November 17th editions of the Red Brand next month. Rumors have been swirling that Cena could battle Mysterio on one of those dates. WWE is reportedly planning a match between the two in one of the remaining appearances of the 17-time world champion. The company has been building Dominik Mysterio as one of the future stars in this industry. Therefore, WWE will likely pit him against John Cena to elevate the Judgment Day member. It'll be quite interesting to see how things shape up for Mysterio and what his future holds as the Intercontinental Champion.